Hi, friends. Teacher Shelby here. Welcome to Conversa, your place to learn, practice, and actually speak English with confidence. I'm outside in the cold. This is my backyard, and I'm back in Utah. If you've watched my last few videos, you know I was traveling in Southeast Asia. I visited Malaysia and Indonesia, but I'm not going to talk about my trip yet because winter is here in Utah. In a lot of parts of the United States, it is winter, the season of winter. So let's learn some new vocabulary words all about winter and even Christmas, which is the holiday I celebrate in December. Let's go. Okay, that's better. I'm here in my office. It's not so cold. Okay, I have four different categories of vocabulary for you today. The first is winter weather. Winter weather. Word number one, snow. Snow. Frozen white flakes that fall from the sky. Snow. Snowflake. Snowflake. One single piece of snow is called a snowflake. Snowstorm. Snowstorm is heavy snow. A storm of snow is a snowstorm. Or a blizzard. Blizzard. This is an extremely strong snowstorm. Blizzard. Ice. Ice is frozen water. Ice. Or icy. Icy is when something is covered in ice. Like the roads are icy. Be careful when driving. They're icy. Or my driveway is icy, right? Freezing. Very, very cold. If something is freezing, I'm freezing. I'm very, very cold. Or if I'm chilly, chilly, I'm just a little bit cold. I'm chilly. Frost. Frost is a thin layer of ice on a surface. Like there's frost on the ground in the morning. You look outside, there's a thin layer of ice. It's called frost. Frost bite. Frostbite is an injury you may get on your fingers or your toes or your nose from extreme cold. Frostbite. Slushy. If something is slushy, it's like half melted snow. It's wet, it's a little icy, it's snowy, it's a mix, it's slushy. So the roads are not icy, the ice has started to melt. Now the roads are slushy. Slushy. Sleet. Sleet is when you have the precipitation of rain and snow mixed. It's called sleet. Flurries. Flurries is very light snow falling. Oh, look, snow flurries. Right now, I see snow flurries out my window. Wind chill. The wind chill. This is how cold it feels with the wind. So it's more than the temperature. The temperature may be 30 degrees in Fahrenheit because I live in the United States. I use Fahrenheit. So it's 30 degrees, but with the wind chill, it feels like 20 degrees. Wow. And the last one, bundle up. To bundle up means to wear warm clothes. Okay, talking about bundling up, let's move on to category number two and talk about what we wear in the winter. So, winter clothing. The first is a coat. A coat. Or, similar to a coat is a jacket. What's the difference? A coat is usually bigger, keeps you warmer, a coat, and a jacket might be a little more comfortable, a little lighter. So if it's colder, I'll take my coat. If it's not that cold, I'll just grab a jacket. A scarf, gloves, gloves, mittens, mittens. What's the difference did you see between gloves and mittens? Gloves, you can use all 5 fingers, and mittens, you cannot. Mittens. All right, you have a beanie, or the more general word is a hat. This is a type of hat, but more specific, we call it a beanie. Beanie. Boots. You wear boots in the snow or the ice. A sweater. Sweater or sweatshirt can be similar. A sweater sometimes is made from knitting. A sweater is knitted, and a sweatshirt is not. It's pretty informal, the sweatshirt. And a hoodie. What is the difference between a sweatshirt and a hoodie? Well, the hoodie has a hood, yes. The sweatshirt has no hood. So sweater, sweatshirt, and hoodie. It's really easy to mix these up. And the last one is thermals. What are thermals? They just look like clothes, but they're the thin, warm layers you put under your clothes. Thermals. Now let's talk Christmas. I celebrate Christmas. Not everyone in the United States does, but a lot of people do. So I want to give you some Christmas vocabulary, some decorations, and some verbs, some actions that have to do with Christmas. So first, the decorations. You have a Christmas tree. Christmas tree. I have a Christmas tree, of course, in my living room. Some people have a real one, some people have a fake one. It depends. Then you have ornaments. Ornaments, these are decorations you put on the Christmas tree. Wreath. Wreath, this is the round decoration you put on the door. Stocking. Stocking, it's a big sock, right? It's hung by the fireplace. Stocking. Garland. Garland, this is a long decoration made of greenery. Garland. Lights, of course. Lights you put on the Christmas tree or you put on the house. Now, what is tinsel? Maybe this is a new word for you. Tinsel, it's like shiny strips of plastic. You can put it on your Christmas tree. Tinsel. Candy cane. This is a candy cane. Some people hang them on their Christmas tree. Some people just eat them. And you have a tree topper. A tree topper. It's what you put on top of the Christmas tree. Some people put an angel or a star or a bow. It depends on what decoration, what tree topper you prefer. Now, the final decoration, it really depends. Not all Americans have this. It's a nativity scene. What is a nativity scene? It is a picture of Jesus Christ, being born in the manger with Mary and Joseph, with the angel, sometimes with the shepherds and the wise men. Now, if you are a Christian, you would have a nativity scene in your home for Christmas. But if you're not religious, then some American homes, some American families, they don't have a nativity scene. So it just depends. Okay, here we go. I have a few Christmas activities, verbs for you. First is to wrap gifts. You wrap gifts and put them under the Christmas tree. Now on Christmas morning, you unwrap the gifts. Unwrap the gifts. And yes, I said morning, Christmas morning, December 25th is when most American families would unwrap the gifts. So that may be different for you. Bake cookies, to bake cookies or to decorate cookies. Go caroling. Maybe this one's new. This means you go around your neighborhood, you knock on the neighbor's door, and you sing Christmas songs. To go caroling. Decorate the tree, of course, or decorate the house. Put lights on the house. You need to decorate for Christmas. Send holiday cards or send Christmas cards. Many families get professional pictures taken and they send a Christmas card in the mail to their friends, their family. Exchange gifts. You exchange gifts. You give a gift and you receive a gift from family and friends. Make hot chocolate or drink hot chocolate or make and drink apple cider. Those are two very common hot drinks in winter in the United States. Hot chocolate and apple cider. Spend time with family. Of course, this is a time of the year where families spend a lot of time together. And the last one is watch Christmas movies. Watch Christmas movies. Now, just 5 bonus words for New Year's vocabulary. I have celebrate. Celebrate New Year's Eve. In America, we celebrate New Year's Eve at midnight, the very end of the year and the start of the next year. Celebrate New Year's. Countdown. A countdown, usually you see 1 minute until New Year's Day or 10 seconds. You count down. You say 10, 9, 8, right? All the way to 0. Countdown. Midnight. Midnight is 12 a.m., the start of the new day. Midnight. Fireworks. You'll see a lot of fireworks on New Year's Eve or the start of New Year's Day at midnight. And the last one is resolution. New Year's resolution. A lot of Americans make a new goal, new goals, really more than one, for the new year. And these are their New Year's resolutions. All right, you did it. You learned 50 winter and Christmas and even a few New Year's vocabulary words too. Amazing. Now, I want to hear from you in the comments. Please tell me, what is winter like where you live? Is it cold and snowy like for me in Utah, or is it completely different? Do you celebrate a holiday in winter? Maybe you celebrate Christmas. Maybe you celebrate something else. Let me know. I want to hear it. So don't forget, like, subscribe, share this lesson with a friend who's learning English, and I'll see you next time. Bye.